Hey there everybody, it's Wayne D. Welcome to the website WayneD.com, and we're looking at Brooks Koepka, and what we want to watch here is just how he controls his pivot and keeps his hips nice and deep. This is physically difficult to do, but if you're in the mood to try to do something to make your golf swing better, this would be an excellent thing to work on. So what we're really focused on here is two things. We want to keep the depth in the pelvis during the swing, and we want to keep the head out over the ball. So you're focused on what the back of the butt is doing and the front of the forehead. And let's take a look and watch the swing unfold. So before I do any of these swings, to make sure the camera's not moving around, I'll pick something like the pin, and then I'll play it and see if it's very easy to tell if the cameraman is stable by watching whether or not the line moves around. And here you can see it really doesn't move hardly at all. So let's watch Brooks. Let's play this real time a couple times first. Alright, so let's focus on the lower body and see what's going on here. So right at the beginning you can see that the right cheek just nudges behind the line just a little bit. So what does that mean? And you can see his right knee is not really budging from its original position. So he's maintaining or even increasing the flex in his right leg, which means that hip flexor right here is getting pushed back a little bit deeper. And what's really difficult to do is not, when you do that, is not to move the left leg forward very much. So his left knee gets out here a hair. But look at the depth in that right cheek now. And in the forward swing now, you talk about difficult. This movement here, this is where most people really have a hard time. Notice how the right knee has not even gone even a little bit in front of the original box line, but the butt is back a couple inches. And if you look at the forehead, where is it? It's right where it was. It's out, but as is the usual case with the best players, when you maintain that bend, add bend in the waist and stay out over the ball, the head is going to lower. So check out the movement now. The left hip, the left cheek is now behind the box line. The right knee is inside of the line. His forehead is still out on the forehead line, so he has added posture and maintained every bit of his depth and added a little bit. So look at the room that he has. Now Koepka starts out with his hands fairly low, so you would expect that he might not come all the way down to the shaft plane. But what we're watching for here, as he's hitting the ball, we want to see the shaft arc around and maintain its distance away from the original line. Look how nice that does. So his right leg is driving up into the left. So I always counsel people to see from the top of the swing if they can get the motion to drive 45 degrees left of the target, so that as the hips move laterally and pressure change from right to left. They're always rotating. This is extremely physically difficult. Now another thing that you can see here, as Koepka goes through the ball, you'll see the level of the pelvis right here. It's going to work up a little bit. Now he's going to do that more when he hits the ball hard with, say, a driver, but it's still doing the same thing. Still a little bit of an upwardness in the lower body. You can see how the feet and the legs are using the ground. And again, he is out over the ball all the way into the follow through here. Very, very difficult to do physically. So what do we want to do in the backswing? We want to feel like we add depth to the right hip flexor while maintaining your right knee flex. That's going to move the weight from middle front of the feet back toward the right heel. You watch Koepka's club come right up the plane. Very simple, nothing crazy going on. It's not outside, it's not inside, it's just right up the plane. Keeps his right arm relatively in front of him, so you can see how the right arm is in this direction here. So the elbow is not really flaring very much, and you can just see it. The right arm stays well in front of him, ready to come down. Now Koepka's got an interesting, I think it's an anatomy thing. His left arm is bent outward a little bit, but I just think that's the way he's made up. Now watch the hand path when he comes down. It's going to go out toward the ball. You're going to see there's no forward movement with the knee. Everything is rotating and retracting him back. So his left knee disappears before he gets the left arm parallel. So you wonder why that guy hits the ball so good. There you have it.